The principles of life, as we know them, are not optimal, except they are paired with intention by those who trust themselves to do the right thing. My name is Bukola, and I am a Big Four audit manager in the UK, a mentor to career starters, and an inspirational speaker. And I'll be talking to you today about the key things you need to consider other than the principles of life that you're currently adopting. Now, the principles of life are there to guide you. For instance, work hard, work smart, show integrity, network, and all of that. Those things are there to guide you, but by themselves they are not enough to take you from the current version of you right now to the version that delivers the results that you're looking for. So as we know, those principles, they are not optimal in of themselves, except you step in and you are intentional and you take the right action and you trust yourself enough to use those principles to deliver for yourself what you do want. Now, for example, if you're reading books and you're reading a number of books, reading books by itself will not change your life. Just reading books, it will not change your life. Maybe off the back of just reading the books, there are some subconscious things you'll pick up, like your increase in your communication skills. You may sort of pick up new words and all of that, and subconsciously you may begin to bring those new words into your interactions with people. But in terms of the messages that the books are delivering, especially self-help books, books on leadership, books on human psychology and the rest, you will not get the best out of those books, and they will not be transformative for you, except you align the teachings to yourself, to your circumstances, and you act on it. Okay, and you allow the teachings to change your original beliefs that is stopping you from delivering a transformative life for yourself. Okay, so you need to think about applying those lessons, not just generally, but in your day-to-day life, so that changes can absolutely occur for you. All right, so you need to learn to take the right course of action, and you need to ruthlessly execute on the things that will change your life. Okay, and unless you work on those things that will change your life, you'll probably remain where you are. So reading books, for instance, by just reading books will not change things for you. Okay, now, so for instance, you also go to see a therapist, and you just want help with a particular aspect of your life. Now, just going to see a therapist will not change anything for you. Now, I have been coaching thousands of professionals. I have coached in my coaching career, and I can tell you for free that a lot of people get stuck at the point of just taking action. So they will hear you talk to them, and they will be so inspired to take the right level of action and all of that. And then once they walk away from you, and there is no system in place to ensure they put in the massive action, the next time you're talking to them, you will be repeating the same things to them. And that is just normal human nature. Because obviously, unless you put the right systems in place to ensure that the things that you're learning, you're absolutely putting them into action, then nothing is going to change. And I've seen people also complain, oh, nothing is changing for me, nothing is changing for me. The reason why nothing is changing is because you do know what you need to do, but you're not ready to take the right amount of action to change it. Okay, so same applies to like the rest of your physical body. So, rest isn't just about physical inactivity. Oh, I'm resting today, I'm not doing anything, I'm just going to lay down on my bed. It is also about mental rest. So when you say you want to rest, that is not the time for you to start thinking about all your projects, thinking about your kids, your husband, the flood of thoughts going through your mind causes you stress as well. So you need to find a system that works where you can disconnect from everything, and you can properly rest your body, your mind, and your soul. So you need to find a way to disconnect from your stressors. And I want you to think about this on a spectrum. List out 5 things that stresses you out the most. And of those 5 things that stresses you out the most, look for the top 2 of the things that stresses you out the most. When you have identified those top 2, the question is, how can I delegate this stress to somebody else? You'll be surprised that there is somebody out there that can absolutely take on a bit of that stress from you, albeit for some sacrifice, maybe money, maybe, it depends, like taking a workload from you or getting a virtual assistant to help you manage your day-to-day as a business owner or as a career professional trying to build a brand. You need to think about what stresses you out the most and delegate that function so that you can have some mental rest. Okay, now, onboarding me, for instance, as a career coach or onboarding somebody else as a career sponsor will do nothing to help you except you choose to do what they ask you to do and build those activities into your day-to-day life. And beyond that, you need to think about optimizing for performance. So when you talk to someone, so for instance, you are talking to me as your coach and I'm telling you, oh, this is what I can decipher from everything you've said to me, and these are the things I want you to think about to do. Now, you need to think about everything I've said you need to do. You need to put them on a spectrum, a dial-up, dial-down spectrum for optimization. So most of the things I'm telling you to do, because they're the right things to do, you need to dial them up. So create a system where that is what you focus on and you do day to day. Now, the results you're looking for will only happen if a series of action takes place. And those actions are what you need to dial up. So think about that to say, okay, Ore has said I should do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to dial up on those activities and I am going to dial down on distractions. And then with distraction, the funny thing about distraction, or the tricky thing about distraction, is people think social media is the only distraction out there, but it is not. There are a number of things that can serve as distraction. For instance, there can be an important project, an important goal, an important ambition that you want to bring alive and see happen for you, but this time may not be the right time because you need to focus on something else. Once that other thing is delivered, then you can focus on this brand new ambition. But if you're trying to do both together, you will then see that on both you're not succeeding because your time is limited, your energy is limited, and the level of focus required for minimum inputs into seeing the right results that you want to see for those projects, you are not achieving it. So it is important that you think about optimizing for performance so that the support you're getting from the people around you can be easier. I'm sure you're enjoying this video and I'm here to support you. If you believe that you need additional level of support, the link to my storefront will be in the description box below, where you can see how we can work together to deliver transformation for your career. Now, if you're struggling with confidence, being confident is something you can achieve, but it is not just about reading books on confidence. Some people have read 10, 15, 20, 25 books on confidence and still they don't find the courage to speak up when they need to speak up, or to project themselves, or to share their point of views when that needs to happen. But if you need to build your confidence, you need to go the extra mile to understand the business of your employer, be technically good at it, and every day decide to become an expert in every interaction. That boosts your confidence because the more you know, the more you can deliver the results that is needed, and the more you can feel equipped enough to have those conversations. Okay, so reading books on confidence will not automatically deliver confidence to you, except you practice through your conversations and interactions, and you hope your game technically. Now, a lot of people want to write exams and they want to pass their exams. But no matter the amount of newly printed books you buy, subscription to premium tuition providers, aesthetically pleasing workspace and reading space, none of that will make you pass the exam. And I'm telling you this because I have been there and done that. None of this will help you pass the exam. What will help you pass the exam is to focus on the real deal, which is the actual work of understanding the concepts for that will be tested in your exams and the application of that. So instead of spending time, effort, creating the space, beautifying it, just go straight and start reading for your exams. Instead of thinking about, okay, let me pay for this tuition provider, let me pay for that, let me pay for 1,000 gazillion. Choose one that you trust, that you've done your research on, that you are happy with. Choose one, go with that one, and do everything they've asked you to do by understanding the concepts and the application of it. Okay, so it is not just the principles of if you have the books and you read the books, then your life changes. No, it's you read the books, you apply them, your life changes. If you want to show confidence, it's not about just reading the books of confidence, but in understanding the business of your employer, being technically sound at your work, and then delivering it. And then obviously sharing your point of views and taking the courage and refusing to allow the fear of embarrassment throw you off the track. Okay. Now, if you're a business person, no amount of activities around your business will help you scale. So it's not just about, oh, let's keep doing the activities because they told us to take massive action, so we're just doing activities. That is not what will help you scale. The real work of selling, if you do not know how to sell, then you will struggle. So the real work of selling and trimming fat away from your business expenses will help you scale. And you need to understand what is really needed to deliver the transformation that you are looking for. So principles of life are not just inputs, right? They are not the only inputs you need. You, as you're listening to me right now, you are an input in the equation because you need to deploy yourself 100% through your intention and the actual work that will change your life. I know you've enjoyed this video like I have creating it. If you have, please make sure you subscribe to this channel and I promise to bring you amazing content like this. Make sure you also like, share and comment. Leave me comments because I love to read those comments. So leave me some amazing comments if you did enjoy this video and I will respond to every one of it. Thank you very much and remain fantastic.